Recording progress.
Hi, good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining today, and thanks for coming in yesterday. In fact, I'm very happy and very elated that all of you has come in and really can see that. Wait, Ziyin is typing. Do you have problem setting up the Zoom just now? No, I really have problem, Chelsea. It took me about 10 minutes to restart my computer 4 times. I'm sending a message to Ziyin. Hold on. Okay, done. So, wait. Okay, I just tell her, no, don't stress out. Okay, thank you for coming in yesterday. I can see all of you are busy writing, busy taking note, and busy thinking of the source. And I can see the way you sit, the way you write, especially Pei Kun, right? Pei Kun, can I have a proper screen? Because I can see your background neither here nor there, right? Can? Pei Kun, yes, thank you. So Pei Kun, you can see your handwriting, right? Very small, and then, not very clear. And my problem, not my problem, my worry is for you is that if you're going to write like that in your other subjects, most of the paper is going to send by to Cambridge to mark, so be careful, right? Right, big. You should realize later you write bigger and nicer, you'll be good, right? Okay. So Pei Kun, just take note of that and ensure that your handwriting is good and big and at least readable, right? So I can see the way you hold your pen. Also, you might hurt your wrist. Be careful, Pei Kun. Okay. Understand, my dear Pei Kun? Okay. Thank you. Welcome, Xin Chen. Okay, there Ziyin got problem logging in. I think that the Wi-Fi or something. Okay, now we are going to go back to issue 1 again. So today we're going to do this one here. Just to recall, I think yesterday we did a good exercise on issue 1 about religion and social economic status. Sorry, I have no time. I can see Chelsea wow, happily writing down. And this is the attitude, Chelsea, that if I were to see all students, I'm sorry, I did not get your permission, so I don't think it's fair for me to record the video that every moment you make. 等一下搞不好等一下女孩子看到你，这个男的，这个英俊的男的是谁？我要认识，当然不好意思Chelsea. The reason I need to record now is I really want to use it for future reference to show the other students. This is the way you see. You really write, and the way you sit, your posture, okay. Okay, Zhao Xuan, the way you sit, you are like very worried, keep scratching, keep tapping your pants. And then Danny also like tic tac the pen and things like that. Ziyin, you can't see Ziyin behind. She was writing. I can see she felt her toe a bit painful. Can tell. And then my goddaughter sit there like, oh my god, GG, FML, bomb. The whole head lie on the paper. Xin Chen, as usual, was doing art class, writing halfway, shading. That is his attitude. Okay, fine, but he's still writing. Okay, Pei Kun, please, Pei Kun, can I see your face, please? Pei Kun, please remember, when you're doing your exam, please do not look left and right and turn around, because the invigilator will find it very suspicious, all right? So you don't care what happenings to your 周围, unless the teacher say, 火烧了学校 touch wood, on fire or fire alarm, then you move out. If not, you just sit there diligently and look at the paper, like what Chelsea doing. And in fact, Zhao Xuan will be also the same. But Zhao Xuan, be careful. You brought that bottle of sweet, right? Remember you put on the table there yesterday? There's a bottle of sweet, right? Or chewing gum, something like that, right? Zhao Xuan, did you? Now you see, when you're looking at the thing, you are looking at the thing and thinking, but to an examiner, they might be thinking that you are copying. Be careful. Be careful. Okay? There's not much words to copy there, seriously. Right? Unless you got code, Morse code or what, all right? So be careful. So when you put on the table, you must ask permission first. Can I put this on the table? If the examiner say okay, then it's not your fault already. Get it? Take note, any sweet you put on the table is fine. It should be okay. You can eat, just to keep you nothing wrong to eat. If I'm not mistaken, unless it says no eating during the exam. Okay. Now, okay, we are talking about the float here. Okay, what? Sorry, yesterday I got no time to look through of your paper. I'm so sorry, because I was busy helping my friend to shift house. So I'm going to look at your paper maybe tonight or tomorrow. Okay, that's a quick one. We talk a bit more on the float here, which is issue 2, diversity. I want each and everyone to give me an idea. Okay, I roughly told you what is float yesterday. So I would like all of you to give me some idea. What is the topic in chapter 4, 5, 6, and 7 that is the most memorable that you can think of? Okay, Ken, give you 1 minute to think. You must tell me, Pei Kun, Xing Chen, and Qiao Xing, and Zhao Xuan, you must tell me which topics in which chapter in 4, 5, 6, 7. You can take your textbook now and tell me which topic do you think you need more information, or you need to okay, whether you need more. Okay, wait for Ziying coming first. Hello, Ziying. Can you turn on the camera, please?
Sorry, my Zoom had some issues.
Yeah. Just now I was Ziying. Just now when I was logging in, it took me 4, 5 times to log in also. I don't know why. I restarted everything. So yeah. Sometimes might be your Wi-Fi issue. Okay, so don't worry. So Ziying, we are doing diversity, chapter 4, 5, 6, and 7. If you have a textbook right in front of you, that would be great. Tell me which topics under 4, 5, 6, 7 do you think you understand the best, or the other way is that the topics that you do not really understand well enough. Okay, I'll give you 1 minute to think of it. If you can, Chelsea, is your textbook in front of you?
Not now. I can read it.
Yeah, can you guys go and get your textbook and put right in front of you? That would be great, huh? Unless your textbook is in school, by right now you should not put in the school. You're supposed to be with your children. Okay, I'll give you 1 minute to look through and tell me which topics or which chapter should I say that you need help, or which chapter you think that you are very good at and you would like to discuss more. I'm here, you can see my face here. I'm just waiting, I'm counting down. So Xing Chen, so if you have the textbook right, Xing Chen, do you have a textbook in front of you? Zhao Xuan, are you having your textbook in front of you? Yes, thank you, Pei Kun, I can see. Ziying, is your textbook in front of you? Hey, Ziying, is that yesterday, is that because of your ingrown toenail, or you hit something?
What thing?
Your toe, is it ingrown toenail?
Yeah.
Ingrown. Oh, yo, very painful leh. Oh my gosh, it's seriously, oh, it's really hurt. Oh. Did they put anesthesia in your toe when they do the operation?
Yeah.
Hey, please keep it clean, No, you must keep it clean. So next time when you put your pedicure and manicure, that is called pedicure, right? For leg is pedicure, when you put the pedicure and do it, it will be nicer. It's not that got a scar there, not nice already, 女孩子要漂亮，男孩子的头不漂亮不用紧。No, seriously, you need to maintain. I'm telling you, because I got a lot of students who play football, always got ingrown toenails, confirm one. Okay, so you must take care of your toenail. Because my godson that day also got ingrown toenail, and he refused to go and see doctor and get infections. Okay, right. So take care. I'm very loso. I'm so sorry. I'm very scared of people get injured, especially now you're all having this O level. And Qiao Xing, yesterday my goddaughters came with me, right? So Jurong there got this ice skating, right? Right. I told her, please, for goodness sake, you want to do ice skating, do it after exam. Don't do it now. Okay, don't get yourself involved in any sport now, for goodness sake. For these 8 weeks, these 2 months, do not get yourself involved with any sport. You want to go sport, just do simple brisk walking, jogging, a bit of swimming, that's all. Don't do play or Muay Thai or MMA or fighting. Don't do the hectic sport because you get injured, like my nephew 2 years ago. Okay, he injured his ligament torn. Oh, I tell you, seriously, he went for operations. Okay, so okay, let's go back. Zhao Xuan, 4, 5, 6. Which topics? Okay, one is strong one is not so strong one. You know what I'm talking about, Zhao Xuan? Don't know. Okay, Chelsea first. Chelsea.
One of the weaker ones would be chapter 11, response to tension rising in security infrastructure.
No. I just want the diversity one for 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, diversity.
Only diversity.
Mm,
Which topic do you think is that you are very strong at? That the other one is not very strong at. I don't want to say poor. I don't want to say weak. Okay, I say not 一个比较强，一个不说这么强的。
identity and diversity is the weaker ones.
Sorry, that your mic a bit lagging. This is
Chapter
strong.
4. Oh, uh, 6.
Which is, the textbook is not with me. Sorry, I can't remember.
Experiences and effects of living in a diverse society.
Okay, that's strong. Okay, the not so strong one.
The chapter 4, what is diversity? The identity and diversity.
What is diversity and what is the meaning of diversity? Okay, thank you. Ziying, which one? Do you have a textbook in front of you? Okay, tell me which topics there is 4, 5, 6, and 7. Only these 4 topics, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Which one is the strongest one and which one is not so strong? Come back to you. Pei Kun, how about you, Pei Kun? Xing Chen, next will be you, You have to tell me which topics 4, 5, 6, 7, Xing Chen. That is a strong one and not so strong, okay? Pei Kun? Hello?
I think I'm better at like the security topic.
No. I want you all to focus only on issue 2 only. Because these are just me. Okay, Zhao Xuan mentions I'm strong at 5. Don't say weak, my dear. Don't say weak. And then you should say the other one is not so good. At least you say not so good. No negative. Don't never use please don't. The more negative, you're inviting all the negative things for next few weeks. No. Okay, you are improving your brain cell. For goodness sake, stop it. Okay, look at what my goddaughter said. The principal keep telling them you're negative, you're useless, you're no good. Okay, this bunch of students are all failing subject. That is not the way to tell your students. Sickening. Okay, the way to tell the student is to encourage, not to discourage them. Strong at 6 and not so good at 7. 6 is what? Can you help me? Because I'm not sure. 7 is okay. Thank you. Pei Kun. So thank you. Yeah.
Like I'm better at 6 and not so good at 5.
Thank you, sir. How about Zhao Xuan? 4 is the first topic, 对吗? Well, what is diversity? Same as Qiao Xing. How about Xing Chen? Which topic is strong at 4, 5, 6? Chapter 4, 5, 6. Yes, Xing Chen.
Strong at 6, weak at 4.
Oh, the starting of it. Okay. Then, all right. I actually want to start out with this one here to share with you that effects of living in a diverse society. Now, study the background information. So you may, this is what the questions are, which I will go through the background. Is there social mobility in Singapore? Okay, we'll talk about this later. So I spent a bit more of sharing with you on chapter beginning. So out of 5 of you, 2, 4, 5, maybe Danny also, Danny, if you're watching the video, I will go through this. I already prepared already. So give me a minute. I'm going to open up the file. Okay, so how do we decide what is good? This is chapter 2, man. Oh, sorry, wrong chapter. It should be chapter 4 and 5. Give me a minute. There is no 4 and 5 here. I think this will be the one. I'm opening up the file. Give me a minute. So sorry. Is this Chelsea? Is this the chapter 4, living in the diverse society? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Confirm. Yeah. What is diversity, right? So a quick understanding. Xing Chen, What is your explanation of diversity? For goodness sake, can you stop telling the class that diversity is a person who diverse with a lot of hair, and the one is what you said this morning, the very long name to describe me being not having a lot of hair on my head. I see he's smiling already. I'm very happy. Okay, never mind.
It's about diversity is variety.
Well done. Write down, children. Write down. Variety of what?
Variety of culture,
Hello,
variety of
culture. Then write down, please. Culture. Wait.
culture, language,
Wait.
length of hair.
Length of hair. Yeah, thank you. Length of hair. Wow. Diversity, length of hair. Yeah. Some more. 看到了哈，子英。Wait I send you.
Nationality and socioeconomic status.
Okay, well done. Get it now? Diversities of culture, diversities of religions, and one more, most important, I think, is diverse of what? Food, right? Agree? Diversity of food. Agree now? Pei Kun. Right, so this is what is diversity. Diversity means in a range of what Xing Chen mentions is a range of things. Oh, by the way, this month I will not be giving out the student performance appraisal already. Okay, this is like a final month to go through with you already. So next month, October, if you want to sign up, is mostly on the last lap of preparations for your this social study. Okay, so guys, if you want to sign up, you sign up. If you don't feel like signing up, you want to concentrate on other subject, no problem. You know what? Xiaoxing, Ziying, Pei Kun, Zhao Xuan, Xing Chen, and Danny, if you are listening, next Saturday, the third week of Saturday is the result. If I think that after marking your paper, you can do well, then please don't come in for next month. Spend your time on other subject. It's not I don't want to earn your money, please. If you are good, all right, no. But guess what? If you want to have the free consultation, you can still personal Zoom with Uncle Raymond. I will not charge you. Okay? Right. So that next month is just only a couple of weeks, right? So if you want to meet me face to face, you need not have to go to Jurong East. You can go to meet me at nearby. If you are staying in the East, if I can drop by in the East, I can go there and meet up with you, have just a short discussion, I will do it. Okay? Right. So if Chelsea, for example, if the paper you can score well, then please don't come in next month. It's not I don't like you, it's not I don't like you. But if you insist that you guys want to come in and learn, I cannot stop you, okay? Right? So the Uncle Raymond, I need to do this. And if you just want to submit homework and write, then submit to me. Then I'll just mark and then I'll WhatsApp you. Okay? Spend the quality time to get other subject that you're not strong at. That's my advice to you. Okay? So can I say, technically speaking, this month will be your last lesson, the last 4 lessons with Uncle Raymond. October, there will be 3 options. That is my colleague is saying that next month will be like a crash course for social study. If you ask me what I'm going to do next month, I still have not prepared yet, but most likely I'm preparing all the exam paper, that's all, or maybe some for new students who are coming in. Like last minute, they want to chong all the way for social study. That's option 1. Option 2 are like people like you. You want to say, Uncle Raymond, I'm no good in this topic, get me up, Chelsea. So imagine that the 5 of you say, hey, Uncle Raymond, I think terrorism, I know I'm not confident. Can you have just 1 lesson just for terrorism? I'm okay. Okay. So next month, you ask me to prepare lesson. I don't know what to prepare. Because I'm not taking exam, Zhao Xuan. But maybe Zhao Xuan say, oh, my teacher give me hint now. Most likely this topic can come out, then I will prepare this. If you ask me what to prepare, then I'll based on what my gut feel will think come up on the 31st of October. Okay. Right. So these are the 2 options. The third option is that I don't want to come in, but can I ask you for help? Since I'm not in the class. Hey, please, anytime, okay? Anytime. All right, can I? All right, so what is diversity? Let me explain before I move on to diversity. Diversity, you must take note that it can be in a social, it can be in a company, it can be in a school, it can be in the military, it can be in a global place. The word diverse itself means a wide range of things that happening from a lot of things. For example, it can be in a company that is so diverse that it sells different products. Now, take for example, I would say KFC, Chelsea, KFC, all of us know KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken, right? Bacon. Initially, KFC sell the original chicken, right? Later, they add on spicy chicken, then they add on the mala chicken, they add on don't know what, salted chicken, correct? 对吗，赵先？哇，要纯连三成的，流口水了啊！ So why do you think that? So uncle, hey, hello, uncle, please. My exam coming, talk about diversity. Why you talk about chicken? Obama fried chicken. Oh, seriously? I heard before, no? Not kidding you. Because my younger son keeps saying this, until I get, please don't means me. Oh my goodness, now it's in my head already. You very bad, you. I heard this from Jiala. Okay, so uncle, wait. Hey, hello, I'm now having exam. You're going to tell me Kentucky Fried Chicken for what? Now take note, in case during exam touch your mind go blank, think of KFC, think of the right range. Okay, now I ask you, Chelsea, do you eat KFC? Not even one chicken. 你不是忠心耿耿的 KFC customer。OK， 不用紧。赵学有没有吃 KFC？OK， 没有啊。我跟你讲 ，OK， 我以前在 KFC 做工的，I work part time I even know how to do.
I don't like KFC.
Huh?
I don't like KFC.
Oh, only recently I don't eat KFC. Now I eat the Popeye, right? Popeye, and then they got this 4 finger, correct? You know, initially I work in KFC. I know how to make the chicken, fry the chicken, and do all these things. 我以前在 KFC 15、16岁我做工，就是那边我学坏了。I learn how to smoke and do all the things. So sometimes do part-time job 近朱者赤，近墨者黑，这句话讲得很对。我就是进错，我进去黑，我没有去白，我没有去红，我全部都是黑的，因为全部叫做黑帮嘛，对吗？子怡，全部都是黑的，说进错，哎呀，放下屠刀立地成佛，对吗？赵学。So thank God lah. But honestly, okay, come back to this chicken lah. So if you ask me so many variety, bacon, I still like the original one. And when I eat KFC, I only eat the thigh and the rib. 因为它很嚼碎 very crispy. Okay, wait, Uncle Raymond, then you tell me all this for what? Same thing in diversity. Later we talk, that there are certain group, there's certain food, there's certain things that they are very particular. Chelsea and Zhao Xuan and Bacon, Xingchen and Ziying and Danny. Have you heard of this assimilation? 有吗 ？Assimilation 吗？有吗？赵璇、Ziying 有没有 ？The France assimilation, remember? So there's certain thing. And hello, excuse me. If you come to my country, you better follow my style. 对吗 ？Bacon, that is the France assimilation. Bacon, are you there? Bacon? Okay, never mind. So Bacon is okay. So this is what you mean by diversity. You are very selective. Agree or not? I believe you没有喝过泡泡茶 Sure have, right? Every time when all the 泡泡茶, I cannot drink milk one, no. Milk, I will go toilet already. That's it. So I'm very particular. I only drink green tea honey. Very particular. So in 泡泡茶, there's a lot of diversity, wide range of flavor. But I believe you should select 1 or 2 type only. That is your favorite, 对不对? So same thing in diversity, okay? Let's go on if you don't believe me. Now, immigration policy. Now, this is the one we start already, yeah? So just to give you a round through of chapter 4, the first topic. What is diversity, okay? Now, we have the IES. Please write down. This is chapter 5, eh? How come no chapter 4? Wait, can you check for me? Chelsea, is this chapter 5? This is chapter 5.
Yeah.
Where's my chapter 4? Oh my God. Give me a minute. I remember I do have chapter 4. Seriously, no chapter 4, man? I'm so sorry. Give me a minute, If don't have, I have to use my textbook already. Sorry. I think I might be putting somewhere. I remember I do for my set 3 boot camp also. Yes. Yeah, living in a diverse society, part 1, day 4. Okay, good. Let's see. Do I have it? Come on. Yeah, I remember I got this topic, you see. Okay, I think this one will be better. How come I lost? Okay, so this is the one here. Look here, living a diverse society. Okay, first chapter 4 is citizen. So what is the purpose of having citizen in a diverse society, living in a diverse society? Okay, so what is diversity? Living in a diverse society, are we ready for this? What is diversity to you? Can you see, is it too small? Cannot. Now I put it as 100%, can all right, so there, you see, different food to enjoy, different place of interest, different experience learning of special languages. Physical observations, group that looks different based on their physical. What do you think this one tells you on the physical observations, groups that look different based on the physical features, such as the presence of the many different races of ethnic group? Can anyone tell me this one referring to what? Pei Kun? Xing Chen? What do you think this physical observation, group that look different based on physical features? Zhao Xuan? Chelsea? You realize, Ziying, I don't want to call you. Because this one, unless you really want, then I will call you. You really want, me? I type for you. You want not? You want to go there? Well, go. August to what? August Go Army. You know the movie? You know the August Go Army, right? Jiao Xing, you agree now? National Service. Get it now? Then do you watch the one, Boys to Men? Do you watch the movie? They go and disturb the officer. There got this China soldier inside. No, not China soldier, sorry. Chinese nationality from China. 我也是一份子嘛。No, you from China one, I think something like that. 周末我不可以参加一份呢？我也是跟你们一起在 national service. If you watch the movie, you understand, right? Ziyi, do you watch the movie? The Boys to Men Part 1, if you know what I meant. Okay, so Liang Zhiqiang, the 导演, purposely put that. So diversity. Now, diversity, so we have deeper understanding of diversity is intangible of what it means by diverse can exist within and across different groups in society. We are talking about, yeah, you're right, social economic diversity can exist within religious diversity. Okay, which is yesterday we talked about the exam paper, right? And among individuals and communities due their beliefs and values. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. This is very important, their belief and value system. So that will be able to understand, okay, let's move on. Okay, come. What are you excited about when you're talking about diversity? Right now, please. We are using the compass. What is the E? What are you excited about? Zhao Xuan, when you talk about diversity, do you think National Survey is very excited to talk about? Are you excited? No, right? You'll be W, right? True or not? Okay, let's be honest, Zhao Xuan. Imagine you go for National Service 18 years old after your A level. Then you go into National Service, then your buddy is an Indian guy or Malay guy. Then you talk to you, abang, come on, cepat lah, hurry up, why you so slow? You know what is cepat? 快点，你这么慢的then 刚好你的 buddy 被困是老外新加坡也是有老外做兵对吗？ 可能是 Australia。哎，buddy，快点，你怎么忙的？那时候你 Can you pronounce your Mandarin properly？快点，or whatever it is，come on，let's move it, man. How would you feel? Very good. That is worrisome, right? Is it worrisome? No need to worry. When you don on the uniform for SAF, you're all the same, one command only. Anyone from NCC? 星辰 NCC, right? Ke kiri pusing, ke kanan pusing, ke belakang pusing, cepat jalan. That's it, right? These are all in Malay commands. So Zhao Xuan, you better learn. If you go in the army, okay? And Pei Kun. So Zhao Xuan, I know you're very tall and very fit, but because of the weight, you have problem to climb the obstacle course. So you must keep fit. After that, you must keep fit. Seriously. It's no problem for Qiao Xin, Xing Chen, and Pei Kun, and even Yang Xiang. Okay. All right. So what is the thing that excites you, Qiao Xin? If we talk about diversity, right now,
Having the ability to meet people of different races and learn about their cultures and their differences from myself.
Right down, well done. What is the thing that worried you in diversity?
Of course, the biggest thing is like cultural misunderstanding or like racial discrimination against a certain group.
LGBT, agree? LGBT 377A, true, well done. Okay. Need to know, what do you need to find out more when we talk about diversity?
Some of the like taboo things that certain religious groups or racial groups have. Try not to do this, and so as to not to offend them or insult them in any way.
Okay, Chelsea, don't mind. All of you listen. Everyone have a chance. Let's be fair. If Chelsea give the answer, I think all of you must be fair. Okay. And Danny also, you're now in the aeroplane. You also must give me answer. Okay, when you're flying. Okay, Chelsea. You say taboo, right? You know, recently last month we just completed one called the 7 months, right? Right. Are you a free thinker or religion? Free thinker. So when you see your neighbor or your friends or whoever doing this, burning all this, to be honest, I got student, Uncle Raymond, it sounds like, it's definitely pollution. And we are talking about Singapore is going to be a green and clean environment. Why are they burning all these things? Okay, Ziying are very funny. Okay, this is definitely not local students. Okay, all right, I don't want to bring out any race or things. That's why now Zhao Xuan. Then 他问我, you sure they can get it, man? 因为我跟他讲那烧那个银子you know 那种纸那个烧那个纸钱 they can still ask me. I see some people burning car, burning credit card, putting the candles there. Do you think they can receive it? You know what? How I reply 赵轩，等我经过那边我问我的兄弟，我才来回答你。How do I answer? This is 一种叫做迷信，对吗？ This is a superstition. How do I? Hey, this is a Jiao Xing and Pei Kun and Xing Chen. You agree? This is a traditional, right? 这是从我们的祖先passed下来。可是如果你是 free thinker, agree? I need to know why they are doing it. I need to know why you are doing that. I know, you know Taipusan, right? Remember that time, Taufik is not in. You know the Taipusan? That where they poke and go. Now you understand what is Taipusan, right? So do you believe no? No, seriously. Zhao Xuan, I believe in your life sure got say some lie and some mistake, and some offended or make your parents angry, right? Are you going to poke yourself just to 洗罪吗? Are you going to 还原吗？为了说，好像你懂唐三藏啊，他去取经就是把那些心弄掉了。Will you go and poke yourself and go through with them? No, right? You won't do that, 赵璇, right? Unless you are the Hindu, right? The belief in the Hindu, 就是那个Indian God, 对不对? Now you understand? Thank you, Xing Chen, Cao Xing. So the taboo is very, very serious, no? You know why? I tell you, anyone stay in HDB flat will know, you know, under the HDB, have you passed by HDB flat that 它下面那个 void deck 有时候有东东层 ，you know what is 东东层了 ？You know what is 东东层了？就是死人放死人的有没有？你懂吗？你懂哦？就是放死人，就是人家他的beloved one 死掉了，然后过了几天就要去烧，对吗 ？Correct I tell you this is a very funny joke This Amor, you know it's Amor, right? 老外他来到新加坡，他说 I want to look for a coffee shop Then this friend told him, Zhao Xuan, you're gonna laugh. This friend told him, as long as you see any housing block below got chair and table, you can sit there and order coffee. You know what happened? This Amo went to the 白事那边坐在那边. May I have a cup of coffee, please? They couldn't. You get the joke, Ziying, you get the joke now? You told me as long as got chair and table, sit down there, I can order a cup of coffee, ma. He literally sit down there. I want a cup of coffee, please. 人家在办丧事，他坐在那边要问一杯咖啡了。Qiao Xing, is it taboo? You don't know, right? And then recently, you know, Qiao Xing, you know about this girl when he was sleeping? There's this Malay wedding below. Got it? They're banging, bong, bong, bong. You know the Malay wedding, right? Then they say, why this stupid Malay wedding? All the words were very bad, no? Why they got no money to have a wedding? Must avoid that. Straight away, he's a secretary in one of PA, if I'm not wrong. She was being sacked and asked to go back to Australia. Get it now? Thanks to your taboo. Okay, I'm not sure whether the next few slides have or not, because total there are 40 slides. So what is the stance? What is your current stance towards diversity? This is a very, very serious stance. Okay, since we are talking, what is your stance? I hope after today's lesson, we'll give you a better idea. What is your stance? Qiao Xing?
What does it mean by stance towards diversity?
Okay, what so far you know, okay, what aside you want to know the culture and the belief, what worried you, what do you say about worried? I can't remember. Oh, you do not know, you misinterpret about other cultures. And what you need to know is that the taboo. So after you knowing the excitement, the worriness, and the needs to know, how do you stand out from 1 to 10? How do you understand the diversity, the meaning of diversity in Singapore?
The way I understand it is diversity in Singapore is very important, as our roots itself, we came from different places, and we of course will follow different religious beliefs, and it's, I think, impossible to force everyone to collectively believe in one thing. That's why we should preserve the diversity we have now and try to include as many people of different races, different religions whenever possible.
Wow. While you're talking, ready, Qiao Xing, can you help me to type? You give me 3R. Well done. 3R. Wait. This one. Okay. You give me 3R because by saying that you actually want to respect right now. You respect. Your stand is that after knowing all these taboo, the worrisome, the excitement, I want to show respect. I want to reciprocate. Okay, whatever I do to you, you must do to me. Correct now. For example, if I'm doing this Taipei San or living 7 months, or now the 中秋节, right? I respect and reciprocate. And the third one, right now, rejoice. Write down, please. Rejoice. Correct now. Once you respect and reciprocate, you rejoice. For example, yesterday I was, after your tuitions, after shifting house for my friend, I went to help out in the RC. RC means the resident committee for the 中秋节 with my MP. And in the park, I can see that mostly Chinese, all right, celebrating. There are a few Malays, quite a number of Malays. There I can see quite a number of Indians walking past. I was thinking, what are they doing, carrying the lantern and walking around and things like that. Then they see this Chang'e, 对吗? Oh, the Chang'e. Lucky it's not me. I think if it's me, that's it. Oh, 星辰, Chang'e 的头发很长的，我没有头发，那个变成是Chang'e的爷爷。So they were saying, how come got this one, the moon? You mean the moon got this Chang'e? They were very, no, how am I going to tell the story? Once upon a time. Oh my goodness, there's a long story, right? But do you know what? Cut the story short. They are not caring of what is the story behind. They come in to hold the lantern and walk around, rejoice. They respect, they reciprocate. So when they are having their Hindu gods to go into the procession that time on the street, we also respect, reciprocate, and rejoice with them. 明白吗? Thanks to you, Qiao Xing. Now you understand now? Now you understand now, 赵璇? 赵璇，你明白吗 ？OK， 赵璇你明白哦，很好。 Now your turn. What excites you about diversity? Hey, come on. Or you 40 slide, huh? This is slide number 13. Come on, please. Ready? Xing Chen, what about excite? What excites you in diversity? Xing Chen? Hello, Xing Chen? No, you're not there. Xing Chen, yes. We are using the compass to look into the diversity. Diversity is like a compass. You are looking at the right directions. Okay, so take note of that. All right, Pei Kun, Ziying, what is your things that excite you in diversity? Thank you, Chelsea. Food. Please talk. Okay, don't mind talk. Food. Okay. You don't have to repeat your answer. Okay, that is like what worried you? I know this one confirmed. See, Ziying very worried that I don't know, should I marry to the Malay, to the Indian, to the Chinese, or to the Amor, or to don't know which race. Ziying, you see, Shine really run away. So that is worrisome for her. Okay, understand. Then what is the need to know that you find out diversity? I worry, I need to know if I marry to a Malay husband or Indian husband or Chinese husband, what kind of traditional values, correct now? We know about diversity is also about intermarriage, 对吗? Correct now? 对吗? Zhao Xuan, Pei Kun, 对不对? Do you know there's a Singaporean guy married to Vietnamese wife, to Chinese wife from China, or even from Hong Kong or Malaysia or Indonesia, 对吗? 对不对? Of course, beside, and then the Singaporean girl also married to other countries or even race. So that you need to know the culture. You see, my relatives, there are some who are Muslim and Christian. So Christian and Muslim, you know, the wedding ceremony is different, 对吗, Chelsea? So you need to know, you need to, 好像我们华人，好像潮州人，他们结婚要4点经，广东人要什么？要2个蜡烛，福建人的结婚要怎么样？ So this is into the very minute details that you need to know. So what is the stance about diversity now? So I cut short. I just ask you the stand. If you don't mind, Pei Kun, what is your stand after listening to diversity? What is your stand now? Do you understand a bit more about diversity? Oh, you're still eating dinner. I'm so sorry, Ziying. Okay. Enjoy 啦，自己吃咯，不要请我吃。这种人还讲朋友，真是不是患难见忠心的难兄难妹。Okay, 开玩笑。赵璇 what is your stand for diversity? After listening to what Chelsea, Uncle Raymond has said, still confused 赵璇被困，你有没有回去中国？有哦。
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I'm waiting for this answer. So no excuse 你回去中国的时候，是不是有不同的民族 ？Can I use Chinese? I don't mind. 有不同的民族，有不同的习俗吗？有吗？你有没有看到？你有没有去过公安？Why am I talking about 公安for what 啦？故宫啦，公安 for what for? Sorry， 你有没有去过故宫？
故宫是
那个北京故宫，你有没有去过？你懂我们以前古代中国的屋子是不是有一个好像plan of wood before 也有画过那个 plan of wood 的大门呢？不是有一块屋要画过去，对不对？
呀，
人家讲说是 prevent 那个僵尸跳进去的 ，OK， but not true there's a reason right？ 你要画过那门是什么意思那个习俗对吗？在中国习俗有很多种习俗来，对吗？有新疆，有什么辽宁还是 I'm sorry, that's the province。我们中国有20多个不同的 race and religion and culture 对吗？这叫做 diversity。请问你每个人都用一种语言叫做普通话，对不对？ 如果你去北京有北京的调，上海有上海的调，然后广州还是什么有不同的。广州当然他们有一点 Cantonese 的调，对吗 ？Emotional damage， 对吗？广东的调。But then again, what is your stand赵璇 when you go to China, when you reach China, do you care about 他们在讲什么话，还是吃什么东西吗？说老实话，有吗？
No.
No, exactly. Now you get it now. When you are in Singapore, do you care what the Malay eat, the Indians eat, the Chinese eat?
No.
我管你吃什么，只要我在咖啡店吃，你们不要打架就好了。我吃我一顿饭，对不对？哎，不要笑来被棍。如果你现在去美国啊，你坐在那边，我看那个黑人会看你的体型，他一定不理你的。可是我知道被棍啊，背后有个来源的，他是跟咏春学的嘞，哦，学咏春的。哦，连李小龙都会怕他，不像赵璇，你看他高高大大哈，他很怕的，妈妈咪，他跑掉了，开玩笑啊。So okay, now you understand what I mean, 赵璇 ？You know, if you know you're in New York, will you feel safer?
No.
Will you feel safer? Yo, man, give me a cup of cappuccino. You think people will go and care for what you do? You can understand what I mean. So when you go to China, your stand in diversity, I don't care what color you are, what race, what kind of thing you put on. I sit there, I walk through the path, I enjoy my life there. Same thing in Singapore. Get it now? Get it now? The stand is that you feel peaceful, safe. The 3R there. You saw the 3R? You're able to respect. You respect. I don't care what you eat. You see, do you know that in US now, Pei Kun and Zhao Xuan, if you go to a restaurant, the whites will refuse to serve you. No, do you know that? Agree or not, Chelsea? Have you came across? If you go to a restaurant, they only serve the white. The black go in, they already don't serve the black. Do you think they will serve the Chinese? 是真的有这样 You know about the KKK? You know about KKK? You go to the KKK restaurant, see whether they serve you or not. Unless you paint yourself white, and then you put your hair into white. You get what I mean? So what is the stand going there? You feel unsafe, right? Get it now? So you must take note of these stands though. Because you remember when you are doing your 8 marks SRQ questions. So Ziying, can you imagine if 我要买馄饨面 example, you go to US, you go and find 馄饨面 你说我要麻辣馄饨面 you go and find out, hey, yo man, what's up? You want to eat, man? Get lost, man. You white, you yellow skin. Then you say you white banana. So 子颖，你去中国你要吃板面，他只有问你2个问题，要干的还是辣的，对不对？你来新加坡也是要问你要干的还是辣的，对不对 ？Sorry if I speak Mandarin here, because you know no discrimination unless Taufik is inside, then I will speak English. 你明白我的意思吗？赵璇跟贝坤 ，Diversity is to feel a sense of security, sense of belonging, sense of peacefulness. So think back, what is diversity? Okay, now we talk about it already. Now you see, interaction and response in the diverse society will affect whether harmony is achievable. The diversity in society comes from the unique identity of individuals. This uniqueness nature is due to influence of various factors. So for example, Ziying, can you imagine you go overseas and study, okay? And then you sit with your other friends, all let's say Chinese, or maybe Chinese, Malay. Okay, can I use the word of saying Asian, okay? And then you come across a group of these Westerners and come and say, you guys get back to your country. Do these things that is not, we are supporting you. Do this thing, we are not welcoming you. How will you feel? That's the factors. They really look into your color. They know you are from Asians. Seriously. So what happened recently, my friend came back from Australia. Also, how do you find it? Anyone been to Australia before? Yes? Chelsea, 有去过吗？澳大利亚。How do you find the place? Do you like to stay in Australia or do you prefer to stay in Singapore?
Especially during like December, I feel like Singapore is better because in Australia in the December, the heat is unbearable.
Yeah, super hot. And then June is super cold. Yeah. Okay. So now you understand. But hello, Singapore also 365 days also hot one. What talk you? Australia 3 months hot only. You really complain. What is your stand? Okay, joke aside. Why? Beside the weather, you see, that's one way of the various factors that affecting the diversity of society. Ziying, I think Danny, you should know, and all of you, why do you think your parents want to come to Singapore? What are the various factors? Me by my Beikun. Beikun, next time you're daddy, will you put your son in, okay, not Singapore, you know already, let's say 你是土生土长在新加坡的 okay, then 你儿子读书很厉害 okay, 比他的老爸贝坤更厉害 nothing wrong, 3 countries, can you choose 3 countries for me? Which country will you choose? All of you please, Zhao Xuan, Qiao Xing, Xing Chen and Ziying, which 3 countries will you choose? Xiao Xing, this is your answer already. If you want, you can take a picture and share. Okay. Which country, Xiao Xing? Which 3 countries will you choose?
UK, Singapore, and maybe
I say which 3 countries you put Singapore, please. Don't put your son in Singapore University. Nothing wrong with Singapore University. I'm not against it. Because I'm going to one of the universities soon. Nothing wrong, my dear. Out of Singapore, 对不起. Any country but not Singapore. Okay, UK.
UK, US, and Germany.
Oh, Germany, you know it's free education. If you can speak German. Okay. So you already filtered three university already. Then your son asks you, Daddy, so which one do you think I stand a higher chance to go? Now you get it? What is your stand that I should go? Now you tell me. No, don't tell me. I'm not your son. Now you tell your son. Which one? Thank you, Pei Kun. Thank you, Zhao Xuan. I see all the answer coming. Thank you, Ziying. Thank you, Zhao Xuan. Xing Chen, you haven't given me your answer, Xing Chen. Which 3 countries will you send your son to for university? Xiao Xing, which 3 countries? So the rest, give me your answer, please. Out of these 3 countries, which one will you choose? No, 其中一个啦. Out of the 3, Xiao Xing.
This might be a bit biased, but I'll say UK.
Yes, high five, man, bro. High five, man. Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed. My 3rd degree can't go to UK, but because the government subsidized, I hope I can continue for my study in UK. But yeah, it's not biased, my dear. It's not biased. Nothing. You choose UK, US, and where? Again, one more Germany. Okay. Zhao Xuan, eh? UK. Thank you. UK. 2 UK already. Xing Chen, can you please kindly give me an answer now, please? Britain, Australia, and Deutschland. Purposely, Deutschland. Oh, you think the rest don't know where is Deutschland? Might as well call Netherlands or Wonderland. Oh, at least in Wonderland. Not Ziying too much of this guy. Deutschland. Okay, Ziying. Which country will you send your son to? Sorry, you can be doctor. 我不要重男轻女OK， 刚好你生了一个龙凤胎子英，你不可能叫儿子去这个国家呢，你叫你女儿去 Africa 读书来，我扁你啊。Now you get to understand the meaning of stance, right? I think you realize that all of us are quick one, China all the way. Okay, fair enough, nothing wrong. A lot of 老外很多去北京大学、普通大学，对吗？ Right, nothing wrong. Okay. Not seriously. If I want to learn Chinese, I would rather go to Beijing Daxue, one of the Beijing university, especially of China history. I would not go to Taiwan Daxue, right? Not because I'm against Taiwan. So now listen, do you realize that when your friends are selecting, hey, can you send to all, right? All send to all. Okay. When you see all your friends sending the answer, you realize only 1 or 2 of them sent to US, right? Only Zhao Xuan and and Qiao Xing, right? You realize that? And most of us will choose UK, right? Now you understand why? Because basically you are being trained in the UK educations. So you want that part. So recently I watched this show this morning only, Ziying, from the China drama. It's called 家有妈妈. So these 2 mothers was talking to each other. One of the mother is a single mother and talking to a lawyer mother. They say, wow, must put the children of so many enrichment class, so many tuitions. You know what the lawyer mother say to that single mother? once you hit that certain status and both of your parents, both your husband and wife are lawyers, it's even more stressful because we know that, sorry, I changed my word. We knew that education has transformed us, has made us to such a status. We cannot neglect that this status that through education has made us a better person. Therefore, I want to urge that this will continue with my children. Agree? You agree no? This is very true. You mean you want your son Ziyi to be the best terrorist in the world? No one. That's ridiculous. Get it now? So now you understand the diversities. So Chelsea, you already diversified 3 countries to choose one for your son. So imagine next time, I don't know, maybe 10 years time, there are more country for your son for selections. So just now when you're thinking, Chelsea, when you're thinking, is it a very hard choice? No, you mean you already confirmed that you want your son to go UK? Then your son say, no, but Ye say must go to Germany. That's your father. So how? 你不听你的老爸讲，你是不孝子，对吗？ You get what I mean? So think about it. You know, Germany is one of the best countries to learn science and technology, to be honest. Okay, it's one of the top notch. Okay, you don't need to deny the fact it is. Okay, and also for medicines. So you make a good choice. Now you get me now. It's the same thing, Chelsea, when Singapore, when choosing immigrants to become the diversity in Singapore, they also have a wide selections, but they have to handpick and go through a very detailed process. And now, Mr. Lee Hsien Loong just mentioned that when they want to take more students, more foreigners coming in, they must be a very high caliber professional people. Chelsea, good luck to you. That means all these professional people will bring their children in. They'll be competing with all of you. You get what I mean? And then if you're going back to China, you're going to compete more than 10 million children there. I'm not saying 1 billion. 1 billion is the whole entire population. I'm talking about 10 millions of students like yourself. So now you understand why it's very important to have good educations. And to be honest, education is also a diverse. We got Express, we got NA, we got IP, we got IB, right? Then we go further to show in different way. Pei Kun, I'm very tired. Can you read to the class for this one, please?
Okay. What is diversity to you? Different food enjoyed, different places of interest to visit, different experiences like learning of specific languages, etc. Physical observations, example, groups that look different based on their physical features, such as the presence of many different races or ethnic groups, etc. Deeper understanding of diversity, intangible observations about diversity. For example, diversity can exist within and across different groups in society, or that socio-economic diversity can exist within religious diversity.
Okay.
And deeper understanding.
Intangible observation about diversity, referring to that things that, okay, this part here, the deeper understanding means that you cannot weigh one. You have to use your feelings. Get it? So for example, very simple, Pei Kun, your school don't have Muslim students, right? Do you have Muslim students in your school? I think Chelsea, your school got Muslim? Have, right? Okay, do you have any friends of Muslim, Zhao Xuan and Ziying? You know, during that month of fasting month, right, your Malay friends cannot eat, right? Correct. But because of this deep understanding, will you eat your xiao long bao in front of him during fasting month? Oh, you want to? 很好吃哎！哇，很好吃，要不要吃一个？我忘记哦，你不可以吃猪肉。
No, but I will not do that. But my friends will.
Your friends will do that.
Just for fun.
Oh no, that is very insulting already. No, if I'm the teacher, I see it. Good luck to him. I'm telling you, right to his face, not your face. Good luck to him. This is very insensitive, 对不对 ？Right. So imagine 赵轩，以后你娶了一个穆斯林老婆，那人家这样对待他，你要吗？你不要，对不对？不好嘛，对不对？ So now you understand what you mean by intangible observation about diversity. Okay, now you get it, Makes sense, I'm just giving one of these examples. So, and then do you know some Indian people don't eat beef? 没有吃牛肉，你知道吗？子英，你懂哦？啊，but then you say， 诶，奇怪，Uncle Raymond 讲印度人不吃牛肉，为什么这个印度人吃牛肉？你有看过吗？你的位置有emotional damage，有没？有，真的，你没有看过啊？可能你在新加坡不久啦，那你就会打电话，Uncle，你骗我哦，鸡蛋糕。我明明说你说印度人不可以吃牛肉，为什么我在我眼前有30个吃的津津有味，还吃牛扒？我你骗我哎！Okay, these Indians are not Hindu. Okay, 子英 they are Christian. They are Christian, and some of them the Indians they are actually Muslim. Okay, get it now? And some words they don't eat beef, they don't eat pork, they only eat vegetables. Vegan. Seriously, a lot of Indians are vegans. So now you understand. Then they'll tell you, because of my religion, oh, your God is vegetarian God. 你不可以这样讲嘛，对不对 ？It's very insulting. Oh, 你的God 是 vegetable, broccoli, or what carrot, or lettuce. That'll kill you. Don't talk like that. But because of religions, there are people who cannot eat that. Okay, so this is called intangible observation about diversity. That means your internal feelings. Carry on, my dear.
People understanding of diverse identities among individuals and communities due to their beliefs and value systems.
Okay, thank you. So we talked about that already. Can we move on to what is the 16, 17? Pei Kun, don't mind another one.
Diversity is becoming more visible in societies all over the world, not just in Singapore.
Can you give me one
Diversity-
example? Sorry, can you give me one example, Chelsea? Which country?
Where diversity is very often.
Yes.
I'll say one of quite often is actually the US.
Similar to Singapore, huh? Similar to Singapore like that, huh?
Is it UK?
Okay, thank you. I did not say your answer is correct or wrong. Hold on. Zhao Xuan. Okay, all of you must give me an answer for this one. Can you find another country quite similar to Singapore that have diversity? Okay, all of you, Xingchen, you must, Xingchen, I repeat, you must give me the answer.
China.
China, thank you. All right. Pei Kun.
Also China.
Okay, thank you. 最近他们讲新疆有问题，对吗？有人报道说，政府欺压百姓在新疆。I don't know. You go and read that message. I did not go and read it. 子英 Oh, you're eating. Then you type for me the answer. Xingchen, which country? Xingchen.
中国
Whoa, oh my goodness. Xingchen used Mandarin to say 中国。他讲话好像老外，幸亏子英没有吃饭，不然梗到他。Oh my goodness, 讲中国。How about 子英? Can you tell me which countries? Yeah. Okay. No, you don't need question mark. You ask me for what? I'm asking you an answer. You give me a question mark. China. So you're doubting your own the China, right? China. Okay, Chelsea. When you think of diversity, do you have a very dilemma or a very hard to thinking of which country? Yes. Do you have to wait similar to Singapore? Wait. Let me think. 你有没有这种感觉？
I have a hard time trying to find a country with like as many races, like prominent races.
UK, yeah, I agree. US also, but why don't you choose US?
I did say US, but I don't think it hurt.
I heard you say UK, like, 对不起.
I said US, then changed to UK, yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. So why you change to UK and not US?
Racial oppression.
Now you understand what I mean, my dear? Now you understand how you feel? when you're doing social studies, how you feel? It's a bit propaganda, right? And you know you must choose your word correctly, 明白吗? So when you're writing that time, you must be very careful of the selection of choice of word, 明白吗? Even though you're telling the truth, your person feeling, I'm so sorry, my dear. When you write that time and the way you talk is two different things. I'm giving you this 空间 to express, to impress, but don't depress it when you write down. 子怡明白吗？被困赵权 ，right？ so 赵权，你刚才这样呀，很难找到一个一模一样的所谓大同小异的那种整个 diversity society 来 Singapore。中国是没错的，可是中国 majority are mostly Chinese, right? Right? We have got minority race, yeah. Do we take care? But a bit different, Bei Kun, you maybe disagree with me, but China is a communist country. The system might be different from Singapore for democratic country. Now I'm making another level higher. Okay, take away from China. I want the same, the same type of government, same type of set of rule, same democratic country. Of course, Chelsea, you can talk about UK and US, but the race of oppressions and things like that, you kind of bit, excuse me, uncle, I'm a bit skeptical. No, I don't think it kind of Singapore, because you see, Chelsea, Zhao Xuan, Xing Chen, and the rest of you, you are thinking already. You're already analyzing. Remember just now the compass, what kind excite you? What things worry you? What makes your stand now? 明白吗? So diversity is very simple, Chelsea. So same time, same thing when you graduate and start on your own business or you work for people, you are using this kind of thoughts already. What makes you think? What makes you think that this one is good, that product is no good? You get me? So you have to make a stance for that. The stand is the word. Have you heard of this word notion? Notion 有听过哈？小新你在这，你听过哈？子英有听过吗？贝坤有听过 notion 吗？没有啊。Okay, this word notion, children, take note, is a very, very, very important in your argument essay. That means you make your stand. What is your belief? 知道吗，赵轩？你听过这个字 notion 吗？不是 lotion 哦，不是擦那个脸那个 lotion 哦 ，please， 那个女孩子放 lotion 哦。我知道我每次擦 lotion 擦到我很漂亮。你可以笑什么笑？只因就你们女孩子放 lotion， 我没有放 lotion 咩？原来笑到连你牙齿掉出来了，赵璇。安哥每次放 SK2 lotion 的 ，OK， 漂亮咯，几漂亮的，你知道吗 ？Okay, notions, that's what I've typed for all of you. Yeah, this is not the apps lah. For goodness sake, the notion is making a stand. Got these apps ah? Serious got this app? What is this app for? Really put lotion ah?
Note taking.
Oh really? Oh serious ah? Okay, I go and Google it later. It's an app, Google Ads. Okay, thanks for. Okay, now you see. For example, okay, carry on. Diversity.
Diversity is more visible due to the new interactions brought about by the effects of globalization. For example, we are able to see more traces of other cultures and nationalities in our society when we observe changes in food cuisines available in Singapore. Take a look at an African restaurant in Singapore found at the following link.
Well, if you want, guys, you can take this picture and then later Google. Okay, let me. Can I allow? No. Can I copy this links for you? If you really want, you can go and take a look. You are so want to know more of this. Okay, go ahead now. So Bei Cao Xing, remember just I asked you 3 countries, choose 1 country for your son, then you choose UK. Then now when you ask about diversity, you choose UK back. You realize your train of thoughts are links from the diversity of UK to the questions of the 3 countries to 1 country for your son. Now you get me? Okay, so I hope all of you understand now. But looking of this is a contextuous not economic one, contextuous and educations and academics writing. But 我把它搬出来放在你的儿子的身上。Now you understand? You get this is where this actually to give you a better pictures of what is diversity. I mean, not just diversity lah. It's also so then how to plan for his future career. Living in a diverse society. 赵璇. You cannot access the link. Oh, then I'm not sure already. What happened? It's all the way, ma. Sorry, it's supposed to be. Let me see. Oh, because it's too long. You copy the whole thing and then paste it. Okay, later then you watch. I watch it now, Pei Kun. Not bad, surprisingly. Okay. Zhao Xuan, let's go.
Living in a diverse society means there are different factors that shape diversity in a society, and how Singapore has grown as diverse society. There are different experiences and effects of living in a diverse society. There are impacts of different responses as people of different nationalities, races, and ethnicity, religions, and social economic statuses interact. The role of governments in responding to the opportunities and challenges in diverse societies and how these lead to harmony in society.
So Zhao Xuan, you see, when we talk about China and Singapore, you bring both of them as the same, right? But you realize China, because it's a communist country, so the government of ruling and the set of Singapore government ruling is a bit different. So now you see, you can say both 都是大同小异 for China and Singapore. But when it comes to the governments, it's a bit different already. So then you have to, let me think. So UK, Chelsea is similar to Singapore. We don't talk about race oppression. Because both countries, and the best thing is Singapore was used to be colonized by Britain. So it's part of the Commonwealth of Great Britain. So there is a similarity that you can compare between Britain's society and Singapore. And it's true. In the previous social study, we talked about the national health scheme from Great Britain and Singapore health scheme. Okay. Thank you, Zhao Xuan. Now look at this one. What is diversity? Identity of diversity. You see, identity is how a person is defined by himself. Look at this lady. Do you think it's from China, Hong Kong, Singapore, Malaysia, or Japan, or Korea? You see, every person identity is unique, but share some commonality. How can you tell this lady is Chelsea that he's from China or other? How can you tell? Of course, don't tell me. Please show me your identity card. That one is different already. Okay.
The way they look might be a bad tell. Most of the time accents and about like
Jesse,
roughly how they act.
how they act? You mean they do catwalk? How do you know whether they imagine uncle walk like catwalk? Like yesterday, like that, saying, right, a bit how I do catwalk.
Like there are sort of stereotypes to maybe like define a group of people, and sometimes you're able to see it.
You are true. The accent can tell. Before just I came in on Ziying, I was watching a TikTok. So this Grab driver in Singapore, the way she speak is confirmed from China. And then I see the comments by TikTok. Wow, this China lady too much. Please go back to your country. Then the other one very good. Hey, please, before you comment anything, look at two sides of the pictures. Because the passenger banged the door very hard and very rude to the driver. You see? Or just because he speak the accent like that, you 就这样一番竹竿什么赵轩打成整条船。怎么讲啊？一支竹竿打成什么船？不是你睡觉的船啊！哇，你要找军师啊，赵轩，我知道你华文考完了，你不用这样嘛。你要考高级，一支竹竿打翻整条船是吗？ Like is to sing the whole correct 啊，乔欣，你听过吗？哎，高级华文的星辰，你刚才不是讲中国吗？高级华文星辰。
My father just told me that it is 一条竹竿打翻整船人。
quite close. 一条竹竿打翻。So it's like, how can some of them might be bad people? You also sing the whole shit That's not fair, 对吗？ Correct. Take note of these statements. That means you are right. It's one word to you. Just now you use the word stereotyping. 再来一次，什么？一支竹竿啊？
一条。
为什么叫一条啊？
是一根。
一根啊？哦，一根油条我懂。
一根竹竿打翻一船人。
哦，一根竹竿打翻一根竹竿打翻整船人啊！
一船人，
对。我跟你讲，真的是同事工作这一直撑下去，完蛋了。Now you get the idea. Okay, thank you. So we learn something. Next one. diversity that result is as expression. You're right, it's essence, and of the diverse identity that exists in society. For example, in food fashion, write down this one, please. All the F word. See, all the F word. The food fashion and festival. Hey, it's true. It's all the F word, right, 北坤？我没有错吗？你看子英他骂我Uncle Raymond, you very dirty minded. What? Food fashion festival? Fish! Fantastic! Fabulous! Fun! Wow, why did I say bad word? Okay, just joke, so that you can remember better. Write down, please. No, out of these three, it came out before, no, children? Chelsea, it came out before. Which one? Okay, quick one. Don't waste time. Which I do first. I choose food as one of the most important. Chelsea, your turn.
I agree with food.
Yeah. 赵璇 confirm food one, I tell you. 你看他吃到很爽的food 咯，对吗？ Yeah. 贝坤不会 choose food 的，他会 choose fashion， 对吗？贝坤。星辰
Food.
so you choose 星辰
I choose food.
food 星辰 you choose food, fashion or festival?
Food.
讲华文，食物。
食物。
15的月亮高挂在天上，转切明月光。15啦，不是15。Okay, 子英 what is your answer? You purposely want. 子英 what is your answer?
Food.
Food, You see, food is really okay. Please take note of this. If you are choosing food, can you, during your revisions, bring more of the conclusion, the weighing? Why food overweigh fashions and festival? You realize food, sorry, in fashion, we also talk about food now. And for sure, a festival is definitely involved food one. 不用讲。A very good example for festival is 中秋节 right? 中秋节的 food 是什么？小笼包。quick 啦！中秋节的 food 是什么？15的月亮，快点。
Mooncake.
Correct. Good. Mooncake. 还有。The Pomelo, how you say in Chinese? 柚子是吗？ Is it Pomelo is 柚子？对吗？对吗？还有一个，你吃月饼感谢你贝坤，昨天你送给我那个东西是什么？
喝茶。
对，茶是不是 food？ 也是 food 吗？对不对？You realize 铁观音，我最喜欢喝普洱的 ，That's my favorite。OK？ Yeah， 对咯，是不是？就是感受到那个季节的那个气氛嘛 ，the festival， right? So it bring the togetherness of the unities. You take note, right? Okay, imagine, let's say this coming O level, they got this type of questions. Wow, I tell you, you jackpot already. 对吗，赵璇？你可以写到这个，而且老外很喜欢听。You mean there is a Chang'e in moon? Let me ask the Armstrong. Then by the time Armstrong went to the moon, 常都跑掉了，常 happened to go for holiday. Then there is really a rabbit. I think must be the cousin of Bugs Bunny. Okay, so diversities can be an expression in the way the individual identity is perceived as a result of belief and value. I can tell you, Ziying and Zhao Xuan and Bei Kun and Qiao Xing and Xing Chen, I feel very warm after yesterday. After 2 years of hiatus, you know it's hiatus. You know it's this word? That means after 2 years of break, 对吗？小新，你有看过这个字吗？ After 2 years of the upside down, the hiccup, they come back again. I feel the congeality. This is where this festival can bring in all walks of life, all religions, all race togetherness to show the contentment and cohesiveness and the creative idea. They decorate the place, and side by side, when I'm giving out the food to the residents, on my left is an Indian, on my right is a Muslim Indian, and then the Malays, my kakak means 大姐. And then there's this China ladies, but it's already become a Singaporean citizens. Wow, Chelsea, maybe you can see that in UK, but definitely not so much in US. Right? You get an idea. That's why you say no, US, yeah, it's true, but I think I change to UK. Nothing wrong, huh? 如果你 just a pure 16 years old boy, you can think like that, you already got 3M. You are mature, you are able to manage to you are mature to manage to motivate to give a mature answer. Diversity is connected. So look at the part here, it's connected with identity. I feel that I'm proud to be a Chinese, to hope, no, sorry to use the word hope. You used the Mooncake Festival yesterday. I really got, 他们还有什么猜什么谜啊 You know, 中秋节什么谜啊？是灯谜吗？灯谜对吗？哑巴吃什么啊？哑巴什么有苦难言啊？哑巴吃黄梨啊？接下去是有苦难言对吧？ Yeah, I know, no, not bad, Okay, am I right to say that? Yeah, is it true? 赵学对吗？ Okay, so every individual identity is unique, and this lends itself to diversity in society. Diversity can bring people closer together or create tensions. And write down, please. Write down these statements. Or create tension and challenges. Can you imagine, Qiao Xing, imagine a group of Chinese go to US and start burning the paper during 7 months. That's it, man. It will create chaos. All right. 对吗，赵璇？ Okay, write down, ready? Last slide, because there's a lot, 20. Okay, look here. Identity markers that are national identity that bonds different foods consumed, language spoken, common pride in national achievement. Right now, common pride in national achievement. Uniquely Singaporeans' attitudes of striving through hard work. Achievement attained through the hard work of Singaporean habits are peculiar to Singapore. Use of tissue paper to choke seed. Recently, I watched the Li Guo House, the international student, where these Hong Kongers are Qiao Xing. She came to Singapore. Then she went to hawker center. Then she saw all the table got tissue paper. You know what she said? He told her husband, 哇，新加坡人很好嘞，去那个 hawker center 还有送免费的 tissue paper. So you know what is the meaning of putting the tissue paper, right, Qiao Xing? That means it choked the place, right? But for foreigner, we come, imagine your friend come from China, or hey, wow, Singapore so nice, not only clean and green and very safe and no litter, and also give tissue paper after eating right the table. Then you say, no, bro. They put the tissue paper and say, do not touch the table. This table is reserved by me. Then Ziying, then you know, oh my goodness, the tissue paper could put the name, man. Ziying book the table already. No, right? But this is a common understanding that you see uniquely. So do other nationalities have practices which are considered strange or unacceptable that are admirable in Singapore or vice versa? This is a very sensitive, Qiao Xing, Zhao Xuan. This statement here is the most sensitive because to others is unique. Now you go and put tissue paper in New York City, see what you get. You put tissue paper in Malaysia, hawker center, see what you get. Now you understand what I mean? You not get a tissue paper got stolen. Yeah. No need, you put your laptop in the hawker centers or even in Starbucks in Singapore, right? You still feel very safe. But you put your laptop in Starbucks in Malaysia may not be safe. So you know why I say that? Because when I was working in Starbucks in 2018 in Paragon, the customer put the laptop everywhere and choke and go toilet and go shopping and come back. Then the police officer went past. How come your customer put your laptop? Where are the customers? They say they go shopping and come back. They trust the Singapore security so much so that they can put their laptop, the most precious things, on the table. Okay, so I just stopped at slide 20. There are a lot more, 40 slides, which I prepared for the June holiday students for the set 3. Okay, I close this everything. Okay, let's look at this one. Now, more or less, you understand what is the meaning of diversity. Is there social mobility in Singapore today? What is social mobility? So if you're not sure, understand what is social mobility, it means mobility of social, that you move about. Okay, may I have Chelsea?
Background information. Income gaps between lower and higher income groups have increased over the years in Singapore. This has led to many Singaporeans feeling that social mobility is being limited. Therefore, the Singapore government emphasizes retraining and learning of new skills to enable Singaporeans of a lower income group to stay relevant to economic demands. This will help to improve their social mobility. Another way to ensure every Singaporean has the opportunity to progress is by upholding the principles of meritocracy, where one is rewarded based on merit regardless of race, language, religion, or socio-economic status. It has been one of the main guiding principles which has contributed to the success of Singapore today. Hence, there should be opportunities for social mobility through meritocracy.
Okay, so we are talking about the income gaps. That means the poor, the rich, the super poor in Singapore. There are still a lot who really sleep in the street, on the street in Singapore. I'm surprised until my friend showed me some pictures that there's old people really sleeping in the middle of the night in the street, no? In Chinatown. And guess what? They really cycle there and give food and clothing and blanket for them. No, I'm so shocked. Seriously, but I cannot show you the pictures because it's not nice, private and confidential, and what you call personal things. So I was so shocked to see that, and that means there are people. And how are we going to help them? Meritocracy means reward for work for reward. That means all are equal. So let's move on to this one. Hopefully you can do this as a homework. So you see, source A is infographics from the Straits Times on social mobility across a few developed countries published. So this, what does the purpose? So you every time you ask, so we use the prata. What is the purpose of showing this infographics? Is it reliable? Yes, this is reliable. Who is the target audience by looking at this? And the next thing, can I just make it another one more? Sorry, okay, come. Can we here? So, who is the target audience looking this? What is the tagline? Moving on up. What do you mean by moving on up? Might be the tagline. Or is this the tagline? Percentage of young adults from families in the lowest 20% income groups who move into the top 20%. So the lower income move up with it. So next thing is that the last A is asking why, what. Okay, this is where later on you answer your questions. So by looking at this, Ziying, can you tell me what you see from here? So this the figures, just read on your own. The figure are generally based on the income of young adult, blah blah blah. Okay. So what, from looking at this, what can you tell? Pei Kun? Zhao Xuan? Xing Chen, what can you tell from here? Serious, what can you tell from these infographics? I can tell for this infographic that Singapore has increased from 14.3%, outrun the top developed countries like US, Britain, Denmark, and Canada. This shows that as a developed country like Singapore compared with the rest of the countries, it shows that Singapore has put in efforts to close the gap between the lower incomes and the higher income. Not just 20%, but very significantly, a very large, huge increase compared to US, Britain, Denmark, and Canada with a very high GDP. Okay, back to you, Chelsea. What can you tell from these infographics?
Is signaling that Singapore has higher social mobility than the above 4 countries of Canada, Denmark, Britain, and the US.
Thank you. You're not wrong to say that, Chelsea, but one more sentence is that it significantly shows that it outruns the rest of the developed countries, which is like what Zhao Xuan, well done. Singapore is progressing faster than other countries. You're right, well done. But you see, Zhao Xuan, By putting that sentence is very good, to be honest, by looking at it. But you must use the evidence to support the increase of percentage compared with a country like GDP US that 7.5, not even 2-digit figure. Like. You realize US and Britain is one of the most powerful economies in the world, but yet they are producing lesser than compared to Denmark and Canada. So these are the top 5, So when you say progressing faster, you must use evidence to support that. Okay, Xing Chen, what do you think? Xing Chen, are you there? Do you want to say something? You don't want to say, or you don't feel like saying because I got no hair. Thank you. Back to you, Pei Kun. Purposely one. You better say something after Ziying, huh? Pei Kun, what do you think? Thanks, Qiao Xing and Zhao Xuan. Ziying?
It's easier like to climb the like.
You're mumbling, I can't hear you, so sorry.
It's easier to climb the socio-economic ladder in Singapore than in other countries like Canada.
Oh, that's a good one. I never think of that. No. What makes you say that?
Feels like they have Singapore has a higher percentage than all the other countries.
What can you prove to me that they are much better than the US, UK, Britain, Denmark, and Canada? You're not wrong, no, you're not wrong. But you lack the evidence to prove to me. Get me now. Just like your son said, Mommy, I want $50. I want to help people, which is not wrong, right? Not wrong. Help people, that means their $50 want to donate to charity with also. Can you imagine? Yeah, I want to give $50 to my friend to buy drugs. That's confirmed wrong. No, seriously. 你帮错人，对不对? So it's not wrong, but you lack the evidence, my dear. Get it? So think about it. So get back to you, Pei Kun.
Like there are more people that like kind of
You see, you use more people, then you're shooting yourself, like Pei Kun. Because Singapore has less population than compared to the other 4 countries. 对吗? So you should say with such a small population as Singapore, you can still do better than country with a bigger population. 那就不同了，明白吗？
Okay.
如果你讲多 population， 你就完蛋了。So you should say, Singapore with a smaller population still yet can achieve a higher closing income gap. It's not easy already. Okay, because 多有多的好处嘛，对吗 ？Okay, back to you, 星辰。
Singapore has better economic mobility
Yeah, why?
than
Yeah, why?
USA.
I also can tell what I can see. You don't need to tell me this, but I can see. But please explain in more detail why. If you're
Singapore
writing this
has
answer, sorry, if you are writing this answer in your exam, good luck to you. You only get 1 mark only.
Singapore has a high percentage of young adults from families in the lowest 20% income group who moved into the top 20% group.
I can tell this
That
is
means that
ah
people of lower income were more able to move to gain a higher income than in other countries.
okay. That's more fair.
Economic is better.
That's more fair. At least you add the last sentence. Okay, back to you. Thank you, Xing Chen. Ziying, what is your evidence?
Cause like US, Britain, Denmark, and Canada, they have a lot more population compared to Singapore. Yet like the percentage in the graph is still lower than Singapore.
Then this shows what?
This shows that even though US and Britain have like a pretty good economy, not all the citizens there have a very like easy time to climb up the social economic ladder.
That sounds more like it. That means the government are not putting effort to help to close the gap. Even they have the resources. This is what I want to hear. Thank you. Now let's look at B. Part of the comments of Singapore education system by an article Financial Times is another well-known newspaper article, if I'm not mistaken, or online. So it's taken for granted in the West that some children have greater ability. Okay, just read through. Not so in Singapore, where diligence is prized over talent. Team also was okay, brothers. I just want to skip. It's difficult to approach ability, really a major overhaul of the way in which children are viewed. Say a switch from a learning model that is ability based to a model which say that children are capable of anything. So that means now you're saying less exam and more project works and learning models like group work and individual projects and more creative ideas to put in for children to learn better than just exam focus. Do you think it's a good way to do that based on these methods to close the income gap? Because the keyword is, or is it is good for social mobility? We'll see how it goes. I don't know what question you can ask from this. Is it income gap or is it education is good to close up the best learner and the not so good learner? Answer from the Financial Times published on this year. Okay, another Financial Times. The opportunity to ascend from a humble origin to elite Singapore society is becoming increasingly rare, observers say. Social mobility is diminishing in Singapore because of the rising cost of education. Oh my God. Is it true? Yes. Say Michael Barr, an associate professor in the international relations at Flinders University in Adelaide in Australia. A few decades ago, education was a way that poor people could rise. He said, I told you before, right? Education is the way to eradicate poverty. Education is a way to get rid of poverty and make you to be a higher income and better person. So that has become less and less. So it costs money to engage in tuitions. It costs money to engage in extracurricular activities like enrichment class. You have to be a middle class to have the resources to put in. Not true. Is that what you say? Is it true or not true? Yeah, just David, now please help me to do this homework. Next week, we're going to complete this. And we're going to do a bit of the explanations of the diversity. And the opinion piece from a journey in Singapore published in the Straits Times here. You see, I highlighted this livelihood threatened by new technology. Is it true? I found it interesting that in Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong National Day Rally in 2016, he singled disruption of globalization technology that defining economy. This one you take note of. You're so involved, you can use this as your globalizations for SME, chapter 9 or 10. In his speech, he acknowledged how segments of society, taxi drivers, is very true, especially the Grab driver, the food delivery. Are they getting well paid or are they underpaid or are they overstressed? Their livelihood threatened by new technology and suggests that you realize that a lot of taxi drivers who are very not IT savvy, they are out of job. So because of that, they are waiting for, honestly, yesterday, I had to ask Xingchen Mami to help me to book a Grab car. I'm really so poor and so bad on booking car. And then when I booked that car, that suddenly the last minute he pulled up. He don't want to come and fetch me. I was blurred. Thank God the mommy was beside me to help me to book another car. So I'm so not that I'm even an IT, I can't even know how to book a Grab car that bad. So can you imagine Xingchen and Ziying and Xiaoxing? How so far have you ever booked a car before? Grab car before? Do you see anyone stand at the roadside and flag a taxi? Usually the most of the time is a Grab. 对吧？赵璇，你有啊？有看过啊？赵璇
I usually do that.
flag 啊
Yeah.
，but 很少了。就像好像你现在有没有看到公共电话？没有哦。
Don't have.
以前还有的慢慢的消失，那怎么办？那些老人家要打电话怎么办 ？They are forced to learn technology， 明白吗？ So they saw social mobility， 很惨哦。这样子那些老人就被淘汰，没有电话就死了。你记得吗？那时候 handphone 是 3G 哦 ，3G then they have to force to go to 4G 哦。Then all the Nanyang Poly, no, not Nanyang, the Poly students have to spend their time to do VIA to teach the old folks how to use a 4G handphone. So I would argue that disruption has not just widened the income gap. It's true, it's very true. You realize that now I'm helping my boss to do this part-time job to change all the system into from DOS. You kind of DOS, from DOS to Windows. DOS is a very old system of a computer changed to the latest. Now it's Windows 11, Windows 10, just like iPhone 14 is coming up, right? Yeah, seriously, I don't know. Like, really, when I become 60, 70, I think 我会被淘汰了. Even though my degree is from IT, I think I will get. Okay, this one, this is the best. A cartoon published on the Singapore Business Review website. So these are all very important website, important newspaper. That means it's very authentic. Okay, a cartoon published on this year show that you see why do you think the educator cut the letter away from this group of people? Look at the four corners. Why do they cut this letter away? What is the significance? What can you think of, Jiao Xing?
The
Educated, sorry, cut away from here.
like the educated people take up all the opportunities, leaving like the other poor people unable to use the same methods they did to escape the social economic status.
Yeah, I agree with you, and thanks. I agree with 乔欣，自私哎，乔欣，哎，不是乔欣，赵轩， you say selfish, you're right. Both of you remind me of Oliver Twist. I ever told you about the story of Oliver Twist, right? Okay, he was during the Industrial Revolutions that this guy, the person who wrote this story, is to show that the educated people will never want the low income people to have a chance of education. 为什么啊，子怡？为什么啊？被困？为什么那些在英国那时候的 Industrial Revolutions 啊 ？The story about Oliver Twist is come from a rich family, but the educated people refuse the lowly educated and less income to become educated. 为什么呢？因为他们要继续给他们文盲 illiterate, so that they can suppress them. 他们可以欺压他们做那些很 laborer 的工作，就是不要给他们发扬光大，不要给他们发愤图强，不要给他们自力更生 to have a better education and better futures. Very sad, huh? The rich want to oppress the poor people so they can continue to make use of them. It is very true until today. Seriously. Because the rich will always use money and things to stop certain things. It's very sad. As an educator, I feel very, very sad. Seriously. That's not the way. Thank you, Chelsea. You are right. It's a kind of they can I use the word, they prevent them from a lack of the opportunity to climb up the corporate ladder, to climb up the ladder of success, to climb up the ladder of more educations, the exposure to more opportunities. You're right. Last one, except from the deputy, this is from a PAP. Take note, Taman is one of the PAP member, the deputy prime minister, you can tell, in the international conference. So what is the agenda? What is the purpose? What is the reason he say that? There are also efforts to improve the education system by changing the curriculum to suit the child learning abilities and reducing the emphasis on examinations, which is true. I totally agree. Okay, examination, just can you imagine now, you spend 3-4 years just to take one exam, just based on one question to decide your future. Not fair, huh? Can you imagine, swear, unlucky, you spot the question you don't know. But that doesn't mean you don't know the rest of the topic, do you? Let's be fair, but to the old system, no. As a student, I don't care. It's your job to know every single topic. Then later, when we go older, we realize, hey, 不对嘞. When we come to study, not all topics, some topics are not relevant anymore. Get it now? So they want to see the efforts by project work, which is not wrong. But you see, doctors still have to have practicality and theory. Okay? So we are reducing the emphasis on exam. Okay, this one you can read. There is an extremely important reform to broaden. The word reform, take note. Reform is just a guide to broaden the concept of meritocracy. Why? Because you have to understand, Singapore are now having more and more special needs. 赵璇，你的班上有没有 special needs student?
What?
你的班上your class got any special needs student?
Special needs?
就是 autistic, ADHD.
哦，
有没有？
I don't know.
But in your school 有没有？
School I think have, yeah.
你看
Okay.
有啊 ，OK。
Yes.
贝坤有吗？贝坤有吗？
My class don't have, but my school had.
OK, thank you. 子英有吗？乔欣有吗？ 那为什么这些学生不要换去 Pathlight 呢 ？You know what is Pathlight 哦？就是 special， 为什么要放在你们的 school 在里面呢？ The word is meritocracy now， 明白吗？ The parents have the right to put their children to normal school. They want their children to learn according to your pace. 所谓一视同仁 impartials. But then sometimes you can see these special needs give some issue. I don't say problem, not fair, because you guys also can sometimes can give issues to teachers. But then again, this is part and parcel of education, part and parcel of growing up, part and parcel of learning. So now you get it. So this extremely important reform is to want to make sure that children listen carefully, is very serious, that they hope the special needs and the student like you and myself, we can come together to form in a diverse society like Singapore. 明白吗? A diverse society, not just talk about Malay, Chinese food, fashions, festival. We also talk about the special needs and part of also the society. 明白吗? Okay, let's be fair. We cannot neglect these students. Oh, sorry, this group of people, not students. Okay, fair enough, the students. Okay. Now the questions. So study source say, what does source say tells you about social mobility? Please do this. Hopefully next week we can go through the answer. I hope you can write on a piece of paper. So next week, I'm going to go through the answer already. Yeah. So study source B, how different? So you have to make comparison. Then does source D prove that social mobility can be achieved? That's how we talk about it already. D is what? Is it the latter one? Oh no, D is this one by Mr. Lee Hsien-Loong. So you have to cross-reference for D. Okay, so is it reliable or not reliable? Source E, why did the cartoonist publish? Right, Chao Xing, you talk about the cutting of the letters. What is the purpose? I think more or less you already answered this question already. Then last one, it is no longer possible to attain social. Do you agree or not? Okay, so these are 10 marks. So this may be your last SBQ. Maybe your last, unless we got time to do the next one. So please, if you can, put in your effort to do this one. And then we have to go through, because just now I do a survey that some of you still are not very sure about chapter 4 or chapter 5 or chapter 6. So we have to go through again one more time. My gut feel is that this chapter may not come up in your O-level exam. It will be either chapter issue 1 or issue 3. In my gut feel, but it's okay. Like Qin Shi Huang. 为什么秦始皇是 selfish? They are scared that the poor upon receiving education will, yeah, it's true. Now you know why. Thank you, Zhao Xuan, you're right, no? That is why during 你懂孙中山吗? It's my cousin. Why you racist? Cannot. 职业too much. 孙中山, now you know why 革命大改革, right? They allowed you see, during the Qing dynasty 是重男轻女的. It's the same concept, right? When 孙中山 come in, they allowed 每个男女平等。他的老婆是宋麒麟是吗？还是宋婉玲 ？Can't remember already. 也是姓宋的，跟我一样的。Right? You see, the three sisters went to US for study, right? Yes, 赵轩 you want to tell me who? 宋什么？
宋麒麟。
宋麒麟
重庆
老二。宋麒麟对吗 ？You see, then she came back to China. She received a well ovations and salutation for what she has done for China. See, so education has really transformed the whole entire nation's country like China. Now you understand the power of education. So during that time in Britain and like Qin Shi Huang, they want to. Then Qin Shi Huang 也是上很多书，对吗？ Why? They don't want them to be more educated. Then they realize, oh, this concept is wrong. This policy is wrong. This reform is wrong. So I have to overthrow the emperor. That's how the Qing dynasty, the last dynasty in China, was being overthrown by the modern revolution of fathers, Sun Zhongshan. So is it got to do with diversity? Yes. Social mobility, we are talking about the poor in China. What happened during the Opium War? What happened during the 八国联军打中国? What happened during the World War II? All these things. Now you understand, So it's, yeah, diversity.